things in the half. They do end up going out of the half with a 6-point deficit. This is an interesting game, right? The Bulls are taking advantage of turnovers. They're getting second chance points, things like that. They actually have 8 offensive rebounds to only 3. The difference in this game really isn't even just the 3-point shooting that started to become one. The Chicago Bulls have taken 23 3-pointers already in the game, have made 6 of them. The OKC Thunder have taken 20, have made 8 of them, but the Thunder are just shooting the ball better overall from the field. 51% from the field right now to 40% for the Chicago Bulls. And Zach LaVine hasn't made a single free throw, but he has gotten to the free throw line 6 times, has hit all 6 of those. But this Chicago Bulls team just has to shoot the ball better in the second half of the game. If they shoot the ball better from the second half, this is a completely different game. Patrick Williams missed in 2 wide open 3-pointers. We've had a couple of other players. Zach LaVine is 0 for 4 from 3-point range right now. So those things are absolutely playing a part of the Chicago Bulls being down in this game. But I tell you what, the Bulls defense looks legit, right? Even though the OKC Thunder are shooting at a decent percentage. And so, those type of things, there's some promising things getting out in transition, right? The team is attacking the OKC Thunder's defense before they have a chance to set up. So those things are holding true. We just gotta execute better, right? That's what I want to see better in the second half. A lot better execution in this game. But being down 6 points, like I said, that's not how the game has felt. This has been a lot closer of a game. The Chicago Bulls have taken the lead briefly at times, and then have given it back. This has been a much closer game than what the score is telling right now. Now, the Bulls cannot let this get away from them to start the second half. Third quarters have killed the Chicago Bulls before. The Bulls have to come out in this third quarter and execute. Slow down just a tad bit, right? Just a tad bit slow down to get better execution. I like the way that the Bulls are passing up shots to get open shots for other people. Right now, we have 11 shots on 19 made baskets, but we have 8 turnovers. We got to take a little bit better care of the basketball. That's what I want to see from the Bulls in the second half of the game. Andre Drummond and Vooch both giving Chet a welcome to the NBA moment. So shout out to them on that one for going at the rook. But like I said, team got some things they absolutely need to tighten up on. I don't want to act like it's been completely terrible. It hasn't been, but it hasn't been completely great right now. The Chicago Bulls have 12 points off turnovers. The OKC Thunder have 10, right? So those are the kind of things you want to start getting underway as well. Right now, the OKC Thunder have led the Bulls in 13 minutes of this game, where the Bulls have had the lead for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Right now, both teams having the same basically amount of possessions and possession time overall. The Bulls just have to take care of the ball right now. 11 second chance points for the Bulls, which I think I already no, I said the points off turnovers. The Bulls had 12. The Bulls also have 11 second chance points to the OKC Thunder's 6 second chance points. So, some things are going well for the Chicago Bulls. They just got some things that they definitely need to tighten up. Let's see what Shay says. Shay said the refs are on some B with bullshit with their whistle. Listen, we know that the Bulls have been officiated weirdly for a while. Brandy's in the building, says, Haize, what's going on, Brandy? Glad to have you in the building. Also, guys, make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button as well while you're in. Hit that like button as well. Vuk subpar, GM, terrible 3-point shooting except for Craig. Vooch subpar. Listen, I will say this. There are also plenty of opportunities where, and Stacey King called this out, where they have not gotten the ball to Vooch when he's had the mismatch. It's like they're afraid to make entry pass. But listen, there's some definitely things that they can tighten up for real right now. And who keeps saying they're booing Vooch? They're not booing Vooch. They say Vooch. Like, come on, y'all. This is how I know y'all new here and ain't never been to the UC ever. Come on now. Let's get it together. Killer Queen in the building says, man, does this team only have one set play? They ran the same thing. Thunder's defense was just standing still. No, they've ran more than one set play, but I will say this. I have seen a lot of opportunities where I do wish that the Bulls would have slowed it down and actually ran a play rather than try to get the first quick shot up after an offensive rebound. We could easily have about 20 second chance points right now if they kind of slowed it down a little bit. After that, Gio says, Haize, I love the defense, and the Bulls are getting plenty of looks and second chances. Get the 3-ball to drop? Can we get the 3-ball to drop in the second half? That's really what it comes down to. If the Bulls can start getting these shots to drop, I think that they would have the lead right now. They're definitely playing the better defense right now. They're getting a lot of second chance points, killing it on the offensive glass as well in the first half of the game. They just haven't been making shots. And I think if that starts turning, when you shoot almost sub 40%, They're right at 40%, and the other team's shooting 51. It's kind of hard to overcome that deficit for sure. Robert in the building says Drummond has been waiting for a long time to get that move to work, and it finally did. Listen, you gotta love Drummond out there when he's playing well. How are these dudes slandering Zach already? Listen, it's what happens with people are waiting to pounce on what they can negative. I mean, listen, Zach, it's up to Zach to not give them nothing to pounce on too, right? He can't abstain it. He's 0 for 5 from the field. Now, like I said, I'm giving him credit for shooting the ball. I mean, getting to the free throw line 6 times, right? But he has turnovers, 4 turnovers. You're 0 for 5 from the field. Yes, you have 2 rebounds. And you get to the free throw line a couple of times and you're in foul trouble, right? So overall, it wasn't a good half for Zach LaVine, right? But people got to say it in the strongest way possible. But yeah, it wasn't a good first half for Zach LaVine. Hopefully, he plays a much better second half as well. Kmon says, I love the attempts on the 3. They're eventually going to drop, y'all tripping. Yeah, I mean, that's what you would hope, right? Definitely what you would hope. Carlo in the building says, Carlo Haize, what up? New season is finally here. See red. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got. BL Jet says, can Petty roast the ref in his 1973 fro? That is hilarious. That's funny. The sheriff of Patty's says, glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. Shout out to you. Lil Famo says, we're going to be good. Everyone going crazy. Listen, it is what it is. People are going to overreact on the first thing, whether it's good or bad. It is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Offensive rebounds keeping us in the game. No way we not down by at least 10 and they shooting like this. I mean, listen, they weren't shooting the 3 ball well to start either. That started coming on a little bit more for them in the second, and then towards the end of that second quarter. But listen, the Bulls still have this game isn't over with yet. And I tell you what, if the Bulls do keep offensively rebounding like they do, like they have been, things could change. The Bulls missed at least 5 wide open shots this game, and 2 of those came from Patrick Williams. So, we like I said, I don't want to make it seem like it's just going to be this thing where it's just clicks for the Bulls, but they've shown how they can get back in this game. We've seen the blueprint of how they can get back into this game. It's just up to them to execute. It really just comes down to them and execution. That's what it comes down to. But let's see what else. Jonathan Aegis says, I love when Caruso gets fancy at the rim. Hey, listen, I don't know, like that's a Dwight Howard moment, bro. Like you like getting fancy at the rim. I mean, listen, whatever works for you in your personal life, bro. I'm not one to judge. Who am I to judge? I should be at the game right now, but I'm stuck at the Navy base in Great Lakes, Illinois. Anyway, it feels good to have Chicago basketball back. Shout out to you and thank you for serving, Omar. We appreciate you, brother. Craig hitting that 3 was big for him. I didn't want him going into the half with that quarter 3 disaster he had. That's funny. Let's see what else we say. Gotta love the confidence from Pat. Hey, listen, shout out to Pat for coming out, and he is being aggressive. The shots aren't quite falling the way that we want, but that's could be said about a lot of players on this team right now. Let's hope that starts correcting itself for this team. Let's see. Trade Talk Sports says, what's good, Haize? I know you seen that drum crossover. Thank you for the super chat and supporting the channel. Definitely saw it, bro. That was crazy. First of all, he got to steal the crossover and he dropped him off. Like that's crazy. When Torrey hit the side of the backboard, I damn near spit out my drink. That's not going to happen a lot. Like that's usually going to be a made shot for sure. Let's see. Killer Queen in the building says, I think we can win this game, though. We're playing well. I mean, we're doing some things well. There's some things that we're absolutely messing up on too, but we're doing some things well. I really thought the modified pick and roll offense that the OKC Thunder run is going to give the Bulls some huge fits to start off this game. I thought it would be kind of slower for them to adapt to that, but it seems like they came in with a solid defensive plan. We're playing some pretty solid defense right now. I'm about to flame Dort for that air ball, and then P will airballed as well. I feel you on that one. LaVine has to turn up the heat in the second half. Completely agree with you on that one. Butter Biscuit says, how can I watch the game on YouTube live streams? I have no idea. I have League Pass. That's what I use. So I have no idea. I don't even have YouTube TV. I don't know how that works, brother. I wish I could give you the details, but I don't. I want the Bulls to get a high percentage shots. I don't care about the number of threes. Stop fouling guys shooting jump shots. Way too much penetration and easy shots by OKC. The Bulls have to beat teams like OKC. Well, let's not say beat teams like OKC. Like OKC is terrible. They're not. They have somebody who was legit should have been an MVP candidate on the team last season, and a young team that gives the Bulls fit. So I don't like the end of that saying we have to beat teams like OKC. Like the OKC Thunder should be a better team than the Chicago Bulls. Period. So we got to take advantage of it for sure. And we're in this game, so we got to win it that case. But let's not say teams like OKC. If a couple of our open shots fall, a whole different game. Exactly that. Shout out to my dad for coming through as well. Let's talk Bulls. I'm just waiting for the Bulls to blow a team out this season so I can watch Batim. I don't even know if you see him there. They're probably not going to put him in blowouts because keep in mind, he's on a two-way contract. It means you can only play him a certain number of games. So I don't think they're going to waste one of those games on what's a blowout. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think they will. Shout out to Charlotte Hornets and the Atlanta Hawks for having the season opening toilet bowl game. That both those teams are trash, bro. 215 points put up right now, combined by those teams. And I hope Charlotte puts Atlanta away. I hate Trae Young. I really hate Trae Young. As a man, I don't know what team you're watching because this isn't nearly the same stuff. This team isn't even running the same offense that they ran last year at all. It's not even. It doesn't look anything like the offense we've seen. We've seen very minimal isolations, mainly when DeMar has the ball, and that's how DeMar scores. So I'm not saying that as a negative, but I don't know where you're getting off the same old stuff. This isn't the same old stuff at all, really. So I want to see Julian Phillips. Listen, I think Julian is definitely going to get in. I won't say this game, but he's going to get in some games and have his time. Is it a bad thing that I think Julian Phillips might have more potential than P. Will? I mean, listen, I would say potential wise, no, only because right now Julian Phillips' potential should be at an all-time high. Was you've had years to start questioning P. Will's potential. And keep in mind, Julian Phillips was a top 15 recruit out of high school going into college. So no, Julian Phillips has tons of potential. That's why the Bulls traded up to get him when he was there, because he does have tons of potential. Tons of potential. Y'all can compare this to last season's team. It's completely different. Facts. Facts. We look leagues better threes. Just ain't falling. We still suck at closing out on the three. Now that is absolutely true. That's absolutely true. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up the halftime show. We will be back post game show right here. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit notification button if you want to be notified when we go live randomly, because that's gonna happen some this season as well. And thank you guys so much, man. We are going back and getting ready for this game, man. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red. All that good stuff.